and your young person get to sign. The center of this is that we want people who want to be there, to want to be here, and that are willing to participate with both feet, to be in. They need to build community, show human-heartedness, have maximum effort, full participation, and to use technology as a tool and not for entertainment, and then to follow the safety and community guidelines, including being well rested. That's important. So please sign that agreement and have them bring it to school. Part of that I just said was the technology as a tool. Now we're going to drill into a little bit on technology. One of the goals of bringing the students to the land school versus having them if you are here at the land school, you have an opportunity. You're surrounded by 160 acres of land, forests, there's animals, there's play that you can do outside, and you don't need to entertain yourself using technology. And so to use technology only as a tool and not for entertainment purposes. And it seems to work. The computers that we have, we recently got satellite internet, and so it's fast enough that they can do research that needs to be done, and we can use it for music. We have Spotify now, and such, but it's not a focus. I think the focus is on the physical work and being here. So just so you know, that's our point of view with technology. Students don't need to bring personal computers, but occasionally there's a student who has like a personal project that's only available on their computer. Talk to your mentor about it. It's possible that it can happen, and then we would keep that computer in the office and then have it come out. You don't need cell phones or other portable electronic devices. Occasionally someone who has to have a reader, like a Kindle, I guess, has brought that out, and again, it's only for books, and it's one of those things that you can check out. But you don't need it. Let's talk packing list now. Packing list, just like the agreement, you will have gotten a packing list, and then you can go over that with your mentor. A few things stand out. One is that we are an allergy-aware environment. Specifically, we do not bring nuts into this facility. And that's really important. We're going to have, and we often have students who either are discovering or that know that they have an allergy, and we want this to be a safe and accessible place. So please do not send out nuts as a snack. Also, you might have this desire to send out lots of sugar in a care package, and care packages are wonderful, but also be aware of how that is perceived within the community. If a student has lots of something, then it might create an imbalance, or they could use those things that they get sent out to share with others. So you can have that conversation with your young person. Another thing on the packing list is also sugar, just in general. You know, they can make desserts here, and if they don't have access to like prepackaged stuff, that gives them more of an opportunity, an impulse to create something, which then they share. If you make something here as like a dessert or cookies, then you have to share it. So that's a sort of opportunity for them to contribute to the community, which they might not otherwise have if they've got their own supply of candy. Let's see, on the packing list, we need to talk about medications. There's a form at the front desk that needs to be filled out that the front desk has. And it's the same form from the Odyssey. And if you already filled that form out and you have the medicine there, great. If not, if it's a new medicine, then you need to go and make sure that the forms are correct, and you can talk to the people at the front desk about that. Athletic packing list, athletic equipment, musical instruments. We have some sleds, and we have a set of snowshoes, the large wooden kind. So if your young person has their own like aluminum snowshoes and you want to bring those, great. If they have their own sled that they like, great. Ours are like the ones we could get on clearance at Fleet Farm. If they have a musical instrument, they should bring it, as long as you want them to practice it. And then athletic equipment. If they have something that they would like to make sure that they practice, they should bring that. Also, a bag lunch on the first day. Let's see. Food. This topic is food. It's pretty straightforward. We have food. We can meet your child's needs. Your young person, if they have preferences or allergies or reasons why they might not be able to eat the food that we have, they can talk to us. You can talk to us. There's always options. No one should go hungry. Students will be working in a certified kitchen. We're certified by the state of Wisconsin, so they're going to learn the same processes that a restaurant employee would learn, and that's going to serve them basically in the rest of their life. But they're going to learn about food safety, some nutrition and cooking techniques, and then we're going to find out how to get as much of the food locally, or especially on the farm. We have a freezer full of food, and we have a pantry full of canned vegetables and things like that. So students should be involved at every level of food preparation. That's part of making a contribution to the community, is through the meals, through planning, preparation, and cleanup. Let's see. Communications. If you have not heard from your child in the first week, give us a call at the Land School line, 715-265-7770. There's a student line that can receive calls but can't call out. So that's the sort of thing, like you might call on the main line, the 7770 number, and then have them look for a phone call on the student line. And that student line is 715-265-1124. And all that information will be sent out with the packing list. The main thing is the phone calls are good. They'll be encouraged to communicate with you. They might be separating in a certain sense from their family when they're out here, and they just might want to be here. Or they might want the reverse, is some special family contact time. We encourage communication when it's not happening during the middle of the school day. There's also, I think there are chances to send emails. We'll have to figure out that. And snail mail, letters and cards are really good. Let's see, what else? Weekends. The Land School, the farm stay, goes 19 days. That includes the weekends. And the weekends are as important or more important than the middle time, because a lot of community formation happens on the in-between times, the free times, and there's a lot of that happens in the weekend. And so when they're bonding as a group through some outdoor activity or some game of apples to apples, it's important that your young person have a chance to do this. So if you have some activity that would happen on the weekend, really do a check to see if you need your young person to participate in that activity. Ideally, they're here consistently throughout the whole time, and they don't need to come and go. Now, obviously, there's reasons why you might have them come or go, but try to make it so that they can participate fully. It's really important. Let's see, we have, of course, on the weekend we'll have the pancake brunch. That's the second Saturday of the farm stay, and you're encouraged to come then, and we'll set up a time where your young person is working and other times when they're not, and you can visit with them then. And also, please bring family members or friends. It's a great time for the farm stay students to really shine as hosts. Let's talk the schedule. what we'll do is we'll probably send out like a colorized spreadsheet version of what a sample schedule is, and then you can refer to that. But I want to talk a few things. One, the occupations class. Occupations, if you think about like your job, how do I fit in? One of the things to do is to do necessary work. And that's one of the reasons why we have a farm. If you have purposeful, meaningful work that engages both your head and your hands, then you have a reason to do the learning. You have oh, there's a problem on the farm, and that is one of the goals of the occupations. So we're going to have the students divide up into 2 different occupations classes, and one of them is based in the kitchen always, and it has a focus, but it also prepares lunches, and the students will get a chance to do a student-led meal that they plan, shop for, or at least give us a shopping list, and then prepare it by themselves. I think Callie is leading at this kitchen occupation is going to be on indigenous foods. How do we use the foods that are native to this place? And it's an interdisciplinary class that involves lots of hands-on work. I will be leading a class on the prepared environment. Specifically, I'll be thinking about the prepared environment for the animals and for the maple syruping operation.